Are you Eddie?
It's not impressive. I'm not. I'm just saying, who speaks like this at an adult dinner table? He wouldn't say hi, wouldn't give me a hug. He's such a clown. Baby bitch.
Oh,
Babe.
I know. You're so perfect, Ryan.
Well, nobody's speaking about that.
How's the FBI going
Eddie.
for you?
Stop.
FBI?
Yeah.
Stop.
Who knows?
Virtual reality. Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And as Kris Jenner would say, this week's episode is a case for the FBI, I guess.
Well, yes, according to Tamra Judge, she just pulled that out of nowhere. And that's the thing, you don't want to poke Miss Mama Bear because she will go straight to the gutter.
Don't talk about my kids.
I apologize
because
if
I will go after you if you go after my kids.
Well, that's what I told you. On a good day, she's hitting you with a napkin. On a bad day, she's hitting you with a Tamra truth, which is a truth that might not be the truth, but Tamra said it, so she thinks it's the truth.
How's the FBI going
Eddie.
for you?
Stop.
But now we said it. And that's the thing. That's what I love about Tamra is that she's not scared to go there, which is also why it was surprising to me to find out via Tamra and Emily that they have apparently been sitting on this information that Ryan had allegedly been looked into by the FBI for I think it was 6 months.
I have known for about 6 months that Ryan was raided by the FBI. It was some kind of illegal gambling, and Jen knows all about it.
Right?
Well, yes, it was for 6 months or so, and I kind of feel like being a housewife is like when your friend is dating someone you don't like and you don't want to interfere too much, but you have the list of other things.
Yeah.
So when the breakup happens, you're like, well, XYZ, never call them again. A housewife is like, okay, I like you right now, but XYZ, oh, now you're pissing me off? Your husband's getting investigated by the FBI.
So you think she kind of held it as ammo.
Yes, and I think if Tamra was sitting between us, she would say good eyes. Because remember what she said 2 weeks ago? She's like, Heather would never have a fashion show to insult someone. I would.
Yeah. No.
So Tamra knows what she's playing with, and because she's Tamra, she's a pro at this.
But I will also commend Tamra. Now, maybe she was holding it as ammo, but I think there was also maybe a part of her that was deciding to keep it to herself because I think that she was trying to get to a better place with Jen. But when Ryan decided to pop off on that podcast about Eddie, don't come for Tamra's man because she's going to clap back.
It's one thing if you want to say something about me, but when you go attacking my children, you're a douche. But yeah, we already knew that.
I know, because Tamra rides hard for Eddie. And who can blame her? He's amazing. He's like one of the best house husbands. He's such a sweetie. He just wants to drink his seltzer and hopefully everybody gets along and do some squats.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to hug. He doesn't want to hug Ryan.
Hi.
Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Hey, bud.
What's up, man?
How are ya?
Good.
Yeah?
Good to see you.
You want to give me a hug?
No.
Oh, okay. Hi, brother. How are you?
Good.
He made that very clear.
He made that very clear, and I don't think it was because of Ryan's fashion. I think it was because of Ryan's words and choices of words.
Well, speaking of Ryan's choices and his fashion, we got to talk about his fashion choices. There was a little shopping scene with Ryan and Jen, and it feels like producers are really doing their job to tee up the fact that he apparently gets his money in not so traditional ways.
Even his t-shirts all have to go to the tailor. Every pair of board shorts get tailored. Even his underwear, they go to the tailor.
Seriously.
It's making us think where does he get all this money to send his underwear to the tailor?
Wait, because have you seen that meme from one of the International Housewives franchise? Where is the money that's not her dad's money or her granddad's money?
I've never
Where
seen
is
that.
the money that she goes out to make herself? And she's tapping her fingers on the nails.
Where is the money that she went to work and got herself? Not her dad's money or her grandpa's money. She doesn't go to work. She doesn't have a job.
Just like the song. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't hanging with no broke dudes either.
And it's Ryan.
Is it a song?
To her, it is.
Is it spoken sort of with the cadence of
a song?
Of a song.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, a song that apparently Ryan has not heard.
But
I think he'll hear
He
it.
could sing it in his sleep.
Yeah. Okay, so then if the FBI looked into Ryan 6 months prior to Tamra and Emily saying that they had heard about it.
I do know that Ryan and this guy that has been investigated by the FBI go to Vegas a lot. So how much smoke can there be before there actually is a fire?
Do you think that the rest of the group knew? Because Tamra talks, Emily talks. There's no way Gina and Heather and all
Those two are the Bonnie Raitt of the group. You don't even have to give them something to talk about, and they'll talk about it.
Right.
Emily, the second she found out, called Gina. Tamra called Heather. Tamra probably called Alexis. I'm sure Katie found out through. Maybe Katie didn't know.
Yeah, possibly.
Gina then probably told Katie.
Right, when she was like getting into the group and stuff. Then I'll give it to the girls then. Like some stuff does kind of stay in the vault until it can no longer stay in the vault.
Especially stuff like this where you're kind of like, Emily, I guess, can read all the court legal documents and kind of understand stuff, but I'm like, you think Heather Dubrow's wasting her time with her $2,000 bottles of wine, I'm assuming, to read Ryan's financial woes?
I feel like Heather, out of all the women, would probably care the least about this situation.
I could see her lovingly be like, who's Ryan?
No, I know. She's like, wait, who is that?
What's happening? She's like, what's Ryan Seacrest doing? Does he want to buy my house too? Like, what's happening? Yeah, I don't think she's as clocked in to the Ryan gate of everything.
She was very much clocked in, though, in her discussions with her husband, Dr. Terry, this episode. I felt bad for Dr. Terry because he was obviously going through some medical stuff.
There's only so many times I can hit you to make you roll.
Well, I can't sleep. My breathing's not so great. Maybe I should have Jay fix my septum and lift my tip.
Apparently he has a snoring problem that Heather can't handle anymore, so she's like, we need to get that fixed. Let's send you to a nasal doctor that also sort of doubles as a plastic surgeon because he got his nasal passages fixed, but also got a little tip lift, which I love. I mean,
shifted higher than the ceiling.
Yeah, I've been telling everyone I also want to tip lift and shift and all that, so I was actually jealous watching.
Just say you snore. Maybe you can get a...
Oh my God, maybe like insurance could cover it if I just say I snore and then we have to fix my passages and my little tip lift.
There you go.
That's what you're talking about.
Heather could give you some tips.
She could give me some tips.
But I know I didn't love seeing Terry like this, but it was really interesting to see him in this setup because I'm like, oh my God, it's like I'm watching Reverse Botched. Because like he's usually always the person in the scrubs with the patient, and then he was the patient.
I know.
He's very talented.
Here's the problem is, if I let Jay do this, Paul will be so pissed. But you know what? It's my nose, Paul.
And then he was also saying that Dr. Paul, who he works with on Botch, was going to get a little upset that he wasn't the one to get to do his nose job. But you know what? I don't think I would trust a friend to do my plastic surgery. I just feel like there's too much space for that to go south.
I wouldn't want my friend to like paint a wall in my apartment.
Right.
Because I'll hold a grudge. And
forever. You're a Taurus.
Forever. Yeah. So I wouldn't want any of that. So I understand why Terry aired on the side of caution for that. Because him and Paul are besties.
They are besties.
I also, I do wonder because Heather kind of was on her own just with Terry this episode, but Emily was able to explain a little bit more about her feelings with everything.
You see me at the gym every day, do you not?
Every morning.
So when I go into a fashion show and there are two dresses that are identical, and the one for me is a size 12, do you think that hurts my psyche a little bit?
Yes. Of course. 100%.
Do you think that Heather put a size 12 on there for purpose?
No!
And Tamra, I think now, Tamra was like, okay, now I understand what's going on. And I like that Tamra's like, I'm sorry, I just got caught up in the heat of the moment.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 1,000%. I didn't understand that side of it. And I apologize from the deepest part of my heart. Like, I apologize.
Because this is what I love about Tamra. Once she starts shouting about something, she's going to keep on shouting about it. She's like, wait, what am I shouting about? Oh, oops.
Which is so relatable because I think we were talking about this on another podcast recently. Like when someone is talking shit with you, it's just so fun to like talk shit. And like, even if you don't necessarily agree with the shit talking, if they talk the right amount of shit and make enough points, you could be like, do you know what? You're so right. And then all of a sudden you're guns a-blazing for whatever cause they're trying to.
We are just two porta potties taking the shit. I'm like, that's what we're here for. I'm not going to say, oh, you can't poop here because I know that. It's nature. You can't stop someone.
True. That's very true.
It's just part of the course. I do wonder a few things. Because Emily was again leaning into like Alexis being wackadoodle. Yeah. And even Tamra was like, she was being crazy.
Can we talk about Alexis the other night?
Oh, did you?
Can we?
Yeah.
She was acting crazy.
She was.
Alexis didn't help that night at all.
Which is kind of one of the more... She did defend Alexis in the confessionals, but in the moment she's kind of like, yeah, she was acting crazy. But I guess she was saying that in regards to the Shannon stuff.
Holy sh**. John Jansen sued Shannon Beador for $75,000. It's like out there now. It's a story.
Yeah, it seemed like what they were implying, and it wasn't really explicitly explained, but I feel like the audience was then to draw the conclusion that she was acting like cuckoo and crazy because she was ruminating on the article about the Shannon lawsuit that was going to come out. Yeah.
Now it all makes sense why Alexis was acting a little loony at Jenn's party.
Are you okay? I feel like you're so... I know, what's going on? What's happening is...
That was kind of interesting. I don't know if they were like implying she had like some mental health stuff going on or what was going on there. That was.
I feel like when you say wackadoodle, that's not really mental health stuff. That's just someone acting like a little like wackadoodle. Like, you know what I mean?
Like wackadoodle is not diagnosable.
Yeah, I don't think you can go to a therapist and be like, I've been so wackadoodle lately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you can go to a bad therapist and they'll say, yeah, we'll give you $500 a week to fix your wackadoodleness. Right. And it is Orange County, so I feel there is a therapist.
There's probably maybe even pills for wackadoodleness in Orange County.
Where there's a pill, there's a way. You know what I mean?
They've got a fix for everything.
Yeah.
Do you think that, I mean, just like looking back at the footage and what the girl said, do you think that Alexis had any idea that it was going to come out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, obviously she and John are going to talk. And at the end of the day, like whether it was pushed to the press or not, like, court documents are public record, so we don't know how they made their way on
just
the
like we don't know what position Shannon was sitting in to accidentally butt dial Tamra.
Oh, Shannon's calling me. Shannon? She butt dialed me.
Alexis is paying for the peddler. Sure. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so tired. Hello?
Oh my God, that was so crazy.
It looked
what a gift for production, for Tamra, for the show. I feel bad for Shannon.
I feel bad for Shannon, but Tamra's face was a kid on Christmas morning. She's like, he does exist. Like Alexis went out rebuking the devil. Santa, thank you. Tamra just like,
I know.
Talking, she's crying. Oh my God.
I'm surprised that given the status of their friendship, that Tamra thought to immediately call her. But I guess that's what Tamra has said, like historically, like I'm the one who checks in on Shannon. So even though they weren't doing so well, like Tamra did reach out to see how she was doing. And then Karma was on her side and she got a cute little butt dial with a lot of juicy information that she decided to spread amongst the group, which we are so grateful for.
Immediately. I know. I do think at this stage of where they're filming, Tamra and Shannon are like in a more okay place. So I could see why the check-in happened. But I know it is crazy. And then did you also notice when Shannon was like, hello? And Tamra immediately hung up.
Wait, I was confused by that because do you think that Shannon realized she had made a call to Tamra and decided to say hello? And then I couldn't tell if
I thought so.
Tamra...
Because there's a certain point after a butt dial where you pick up your phone and you're like, hello?
Shannon, why didn't you just agree to pay him?
And then Tamra immediately ended the call?
To call Heather.
Okay, I couldn't figure out if she ended the call or if Shannon ended the call.
I think so.
But it was weird. I don't know, I would have expected... I was expecting Tamra to engage with the hello because all of a sudden it was hello and goodbye.
Adele. Yeah. It was like, goodbye. Well, I mean, she was talking to one half of the new Adele.
True, yeah.
The Dos Amigos, yeah. But I know, and I feel it is kind of a very interesting predicament for Shannon, how she's going to progress now with this being public through it all. It's almost interesting... Because for us viewers now, I mean, obviously it's public because the article came out a while ago, but they've been talking about it so much. Mm-hmm. I forgot for a second the severity of it now being public at that real time. Mm-hmm. So like everyone's been talking about it. I was like, oh wait, no, only the girls have.
Yeah, I know that was kind of confusing to me as a viewer because it's like, okay, we all already knew, but I guess when it goes public, it's a totally different beast, and it's like. I remember when I read the news for the first time about it, I was like, what? Like a borrowed money for a facelift? Like, because like on its head, that's kind of, it reads embarrassing.
Yeah.
That she needed money to pay for her facelift, but according to her, it was a gift. According to him, it was borrowed. Like I don't know. It's so messy. I do wonder if we'll get out of Shannon and John land anytime soon, or if it's just going to be the way the cookie crumbles for the rest of the season.
If Tamra has a way now,
well, it's going to be about Jenn and the FBI.
I think we're going to have some Ryan time because I did love her storm.
This guy's a piece of shit.
I do love that she tripped when she stormed out. She didn't fall. She just tripped a little bit and caught herself. And it's like
I loved how she slammed the door in production's face in frustration.
Kidding me?
Because you know, like when you trip or you stub your toe, you just want to kill someone. Mm-hmm. Like Emily Simpson to Kelly Dodd style. Like, I will kill you.
Really big callback for a little bitch.
Didn't we? Yes. Wait. Didn't we got little bitch and
little bitch.
I'm gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. That came up in this episode too. Honestly, that's one of my favorite Orange County scenes ever. Just because it makes me think of like, I always hope that my man rides for me like that, and I kind of know. I feel like he would. Like I feel like
Brian would.
Yeah, Brian definitely would. Like if someone like came for me, he would definitely threaten some not so nice things to happen.
You know what?
You would get yourself a spouse like Emily or Brian.
Do not settle for anything less. I hope Jen and Ryan, well, it seems like they're going to be defending each other like that for better or for worse.
Well, and the thing is with Brian, like he got out of it. Like essentially, I think from what I know, he got like immunity. So he's good. He made his money. He's doing his thing. He's got the house. He's got the Playboy Mansion style grotto. Like he's not, I don't think he can go to jail at this point. So like Jen's good, and she's got a house to live in, and she's got a Chipotle to come home to.
Okay, and some Malibu. So you know what?
And some Malibu with Diet Coke.
Cheers to them, and we'll see you next week.